Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime first impression video. This is actually gonna be on a new one, and yeah, it's weird. Mid-September, new anime. It actually started in September, early in September, and really, I don't know when I'll release this video, but by the time I release it, I'm sure there'll be more episodes out. But as of right now, there's only 2 episodes out for this anime, and this anime is called Pantheon, which you can find on High Dive. Now, High Dive is very much like Crunchyroll and Funimation, but they are their own company, and they do mainly Sentai films is the ones that they follow. So they teamed up with AMC Plus, I believe, and they are working together releasing this anime. So personally, I don't know if it comes out on TV, and I don't know if AMC is broadcasting it through their media as well, but I'm going to assume they do. So I'll just throw that out there. So Pantheon, again, 2 episodes out, time of recording, probably 3 or 4 by the time this video releases. Before anything, guys, if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing, and also go check out my other stuff that I've been posting for you guys, which is quite a bit of stuff. Thank you so much for all the people who have been watching. A lot of my views have gone up quite a bit, so I do appreciate that. We're trying to reach 5,000, so if you haven't subscribed by now, right now is a good time to do so. So, okay, Pantheon. Pantheon is a sci-fi type of anime, and usually when an American company takes supports an anime, a lot of the times they go off by sci-fi first. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of sci-fi or magical stuff sometimes is touched by the American, and in this case is not different. This story in particular is actually really interesting. We follow the story of this little girl who is being bullied, and personally it hits me hard as a father, because I have 2 daughters, one who's already in school, another one who will be in school next year, and then my wife is going to give birth to a 3rd daughter pretty soon. So it really hurts me when I see girls in school that are struggling, and they're struggling not just, you know, because of themselves, but because of other girls. And she's being bullied by other girls, and she obviously doesn't want to talk to anyone about it, and she's embarrassed, and she just wants to be left alone. And what ends up happening is some weird random chat shows up and starts talking to her, and the chat somehow hacks into the other girls' stuff and basically makes them turn on each other. So it shows them pictures of them hanging out with, you know, guys that they like, and you know that they have promised not to do that, and it shows them, it sends messages. It basically turns the waters between that little friend group, and they get in a big fight. Now, go back to the girl. The mom is worried because when she finds out, you know, it's weird. It's weird that this chat is helping her. She doesn't know who the chat is. It could be anyone, and the chat tells her a line of a poem where the mom freaks out and leaves the room. She calls this company and she says, "What have you done with my husband?" And essentially we get a whole turn of a story. So there's this company who is doing some shady experiments, and according to what I understood, they used the brain of her husband, deceased husband, to fulfill some of these experiments. Now they're trying to cover up something. What, I don't know yet. It's just the first episode, but they're trying to cover up something, and they make some calls to important people. One of them, which is a woman who she's actually concealing her identity as a worker for this company by acting just like a regular housewife, right? And then we get a whole different story of that lady's son, who ends up being a genius, and essentially her and her, I guess now husband, are putting up this front that they're in a broken relationship to kind of keep the genius son off their tracks, which I don't know why they're doing that, but they're doing that. The episode ends with the company basically saying that they need to hide this from the general public, and the little girl from the beginning claiming that the computer or the chat is actually her father. Now that in a nutshell is the first episode. The first episode is a little bit more lengthier than your typical anime. I don't know if every episode is going to be this long, but it seemed like the first episode was about 38 minutes, which is your typical American show with commercials and everything. It's about 38 to 45 minute long episodes when it comes to hour-long episodes on TV. So don't know that it was extra long because it was the first episode, or because they're releasing them in 1 hour segments in the US with commercials included, which end up being about 40 minutes. So personally, it's a great series, to be honest. It looks like High Dive was a big part of the production, and AMC is just more of the release side. Reminds me a lot how Crunchyroll teamed up with Adult Swim, and they would release, and they still do release dub versions of their anime through them, but Adult Swim doesn't really have any say or any power in the constructing of the anime. So I think it's great that High Dive is doing this. I think it's awesome that they're actually joining in this type of productions where people are able to see it outside of Japan in a different way. And personally, I really enjoyed the first episode. There's a lot of questions to be answered, and I'm waiting to see the next episodes for sure. So for now, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. I will be posting more of this anime once it releases. I'll give it my review and just kind of share what I think once the anime is over. But thank you for that love and support. Go check out my other videos, and guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.